All right.
You're good on mine?
You sound all right on mine now. Sound pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you sound pretty good. Anyway, so this is Eat Up With It. This is episode number 1. We've been excited to do this for, about 3-4 weeks now.
Somewhere around there. 3-4 weeks, probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks after we come up with a name.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Starting a podcast is something I've always wanted to do. And I know whenever you hit me up the other day saying that you wanted to do one, I was like, man, I'm down. And
Dude, I'm just sitting at work. Nothing else to do.
bored.
Very.
Boredom will make you spend a lot of money if you don't know. And we have definitely done that in the last 3 weeks. I've spent a lot of money on a lot of this stuff. Luckily enough, I had most of the camera stuff and all that stuff.
We got the camera, the lights.
Yeah.
Computer.
No, I bought that computer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I bought that computer. Now, I wanted a laptop. Anyway, I wanted a laptop to have for myself, because I could have probably just used the old lady's, but wanted one for myself. That way I'm not fighting with her over it, and that way she has something for her school.
Yeah, I feel like she'd take her laptop back anyways, so.
You're probably right. So now I don't have to fight over that.
Now you have your own.
Now I do have my own. But anyway, I'm really excited, dude. I don't know how it's all going to pan out. It's just for fun. We're just having a blast.
Dude, we've been every day just, when are we going to do this? We're going to do it Sunday. What time Sunday? When Sunday?
Yeah,
so
I know. And we didn't even do it what time we said we were going to do it.
It kind of happens that way.
But then again, we were on the lake all day. Good day at the lake, though.
Good day.
Good day at the lake.
Good
man.
day.
Good day at the lake. I don't think we would have done quite as well as we thought at that little tourney.
No, after seeing them pictures, I think we would have got it handed to us on a silver platter.
That didn't really look very good. So, how did we get here?
Well, I sat at work. Nothing else to do. Pretty typical. Just running through my brain trying to find something to take up my spare time. So figured, hey, we talked about it once before. Something we might want to do. So hit you up and was like, let's start a podcast. Let's kind of see what we do with it. Just do it for pure fun. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and one thing that I really wanted to do was is not get too niche. Because if you get niche, you really kind of like if we are going to do this, and we're just going to do it a lot, and it's just for fun. But I guess the goal would be to grow, and to really try to build something here. I just think that if you go niche and you just you have a sports podcast or you have something where you're talking about, whether we're talking about fishing, man, there's a spider on the wall, bro. Can you believe that? Episode number 1. Oh, you're such a man. You're such a man. Thanks, boo. Anyway.
I ain't scared no spider.
Yeah. But anyway, if you get too niche, then you kind of you kind of shrink the amount of people that would be even willing to listen to what you're saying.
I mean, I feel like if you just kind of cover everything, you get every listener, or you stay on one topic, you focus on one group of people, and that's kind of it. You kind of plane out.
Yeah. Well, I'll just know for me personally, I listen to a lot of different stuff. I listen to politics, I listen to sports, or I watch sports. I'm just so interested in a lot of different things, like medical science. I'm interested in a lot of different things, and if we just picked one thing, it would be really hard for me to pick one thing. Now, I do have goals to do a little something on the side and do just sports videos, just as like a YouTube thing, for maybe 10, 15-minute shorts or clips. I mean, but as far as for a podcast, it's an open-ended conversation. And the conversation should be free to go wherever it needs to.
I agree. And I feel like if we touch all bases, we don't get tired of doing this every week. It's ever changing, something new. If we stay on one topic, eventually it's going to become almost monotonous in a sense, to where we're just covering the same thing over and over, we get bored with it, and then we just won't do it. Yeah. So if we're touching on everything, we're really broadening ourselves for
Yeah.
everybody, and then for just conversation in general.
Yeah. I think that's one good thing that's going to help us is where we are going to talk about a lot of different stuff. I think we can keep it new and keep it fresh and keep it fun. But now I know with you, like, nobody listening to this has any idea. They're just listening to somebody that's saying, I agree. You are not that. Like, if
No.
I'm telling you people right now, I'm going to have to edit so much because I cannot keep this dude chained down. He will say some of the craziest things you have ever heard in your entire life, and it's just not okay. And we can't do that right now, Joe. We got to take our time. I like how you're docile today, though. You're doing good.
A little docile, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the walk with Jesus right now because we got to have about 10 minutes before we start going a little too crazy, before we start cursing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're on our nice list right now, but give it just a little bit.
You get in here in about 4 weeks, son, after we record about 8 of these guns, and you'll be
We'll cut loose.
You'll be cutting loose. I can already tell. It'd be terrible. I got to figure out a bunch of stuff, man. I got to figure out how to put clips so we can view them and then be able to put them on the video. I got a lot of stuff to figure out, man.
Yeah, you definitely better get the editing down pat because I can feel it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be docile today. We'll be docile on the next one, but when we get ready to cut loose, we're gonna cut loose, and I just hope everybody's ready.
Yeah. Well, today's the easy one. Truly. Because we're just going to be talking a little bit about us and what we're doing here, and then what we hope to do in the future with it. So, like, really for the format, everything's probably just going to be a conversation to start, as we've decided.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then we'll just kind of go into maybe some clips towards the end, and then probably wrap last 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe do some, like, what's going on with the world, what's trending, something like that, towards the end, just to wrap it up. But there'll be at least a portion, and this goes back to what we started with a minute ago. Why is it called what it's called? If I didn't say it before, this is Eat Up With It. And Eat Up With It came from what?
Standing in my kitchen. We're talking about your kid.
Yeah.
Let me emphasize that. His child, and ADHD. And your wife actually made the comment, like, man, he's eat up with it.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and was like, that's the name. Like, that was our entire conversation. It was the whole reason that he was even at my house.
For about 15 minutes before that, we were trying to figure out a name. I'd already ordered the mics. I'd already ordered the audio recorder and some of the equipment, but we were trying to figure out a name, and it was really hard. And just so everybody knows, so nobody hates us already, my son has pretty bad ADHD. I can't remember the actual diagnosis, but the day before we came over to your house to have this conversation, we had just took my son to have his evaluation with a psychiatrist. And anyway, they diagnosed him with ADHD. It's pretty severe. He does have some markers for autism, but they don't believe it's quite that. But anyway, the point is we have a very jokey relationship with everything. There's nothing serious. If you can't take a joke, we don't need you in the room. Pretty much how we always handle it.
Yeah, we're not very good with the seriousness.
No.
Until we absolutely have to be, but until we reach that point,
yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah, so anyway, like Joe was saying, was with the ADHD thing, Angel was explaining the diagnosis to you and Brandy, your girlfriend, and fiance, baby mama, all that good stuff.
Whatever you want to call her.
Whatever you want to call her. She's a sweetheart. But anyway, Angel was describing it to her, and she just said, yeah, he's got it pretty bad. He's eat up with it. And that's actually pretty funny because we have said that for years about a lot of stuff.
Everything.
Just people acting stupid and just like, yep, that guy's eat up with it. He's just, if people are just wigging out on whatever they're wigging out on, he's eat up with it. He's hurting bad.
I don't know how many times it was said today, just
A
while
lot.
we were fishing.
A lot.
Just like, man, he's eat up with it.
He is eat up with it. So anyway, that just while we were, whenever she said that, I just got to thinking that, man, that's actually a pretty funny name to use, just because you can kind of go somewhere with that. We can kind of watch some videos and build off that a little bit. And not only that, it wasn't just something that just happened in that one instance. It was something that we said a lot for a long time.
It's so versatile. You can put it into any situation and run with it.
Yeah.
And the uniqueness of it, it's very catchy. Something people in Eastern Kentucky, I don't know about any further than Eastern Kentucky, West Tennessee area, I don't know, what is it, Southwest Virginia?
Yeah, Southwest Virginia.
I don't think I've heard anybody
it would be
say
East Tennessee too. But
East Tennessee, that's it. I don't think I've heard anybody say, man, he's eat up with it outside of that area. So
yeah,
it's really not something that is far-fetched. It's right here.
Yeah,
real local.
It's real local, but it's also
country.
kind of an intriguing thing.
It is.
Whenever you're like, if you was talking to somebody from a different area, and you was just saying, just for instance, like that Biden man, he's eat up with it bad.
Yeah.
He's eat up with it, and somebody was like, "What are you talking about?
Eat up with what?
He's eat up with. What do you mean he's eat up with it?" And I'm like, "He's eat up with it, dog. He's just having a hard time." It's kind of like a saying in itself, and you would immediately kind of have an idea, but you're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of go a little deeper.
It's a wonderful play on words.
Sure, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
It's so versatile.
It is very versatile, and I really, really like the name. We already have everything set up. We have Instagram. We have YouTube. Guys, give us a follow. Hit that subscribe button. Smash the notification. All that good stuff. We're going to get better at this, whether you find us on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok.
Yep.
And then whether I would say the majority of you probably be listening on podcast streaming platforms. But anyway, the things that we're going to talk about are it's pretty much just whatever we have on our mind. Day-to-day things from two people from Eastern Kentucky, real small town, in the mountains. Hey, we had a TV show at one point. Not us, but the town did.
It did.
It did. But anyway, that's about all we had. And,
as good as it gets.
Yeah, as good as it gets. I would say we all care about sports, but we suck at those.
Yeah.
We suck at those.
Yeah, it's pretty, that's why we're here.
Yep, that's why we're here. We don't have anything else to do. So we're just going to sit right here and annoy some people and hopefully give some people an easy ride home. Today's probably the hardest one just because, we don't know what we're talking about. Or we don't really have a direction. This is origins. This is just where we're coming from. The start of it all is right here. This is where we're starting at. And this is the hardest one to do. We're in the room, man.
Yeah, we're in the room.
Yeah.
It's kind of a small room.
It is a small room. These walls were white. Well, dingy white. I wouldn't say they're white, but they were a different color.
Anymore.
They're not anymore. And now I've got them gray. Because I think it'll be a good background.
That was an interesting day too. It was hey, what color do you think we should paint these walls? I was like, let's do it like a smoky charcoal gray. Just keep it plain. He was like, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Literally the exact color I was thinking. I was thinking like a darkish gray. And anyway, what do you think? I think it come out all right.
It looks good.
It's not too bad. The walls are a little beat up because.
And I'm glad your wife can paint.
Yeah. Well, hey, this was me, son.
It's not what she was talking about in there just a minute ago. She said, I painted that.
No, she did not. Did she really?
Yeah. She's
a liar.
Stole your thunder.
She did, didn't she? I think she's a liar. But anyway,
she's an angel.
Technically,
that's what I'm saying.
Says it on her social security card.
I would hope.
Yeah,
a driver's license.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just glad that you're doing this with me because I think you're a great guy. I think you have some depth to you, and I know I cannot wait to figure out how to put clips on this platform, because once I figure that out, all I'm doing is tossing you softballs. Every time I see something that I think is slightly something you can pick up and run with, you're gonna carry the team. No. And everybody's seeing how nice you are right now. It's awesome. This is if they're first of all, nobody's gonna watch this right now. No. This is episode 1. There's not a person that's gonna be watching this. Maybe there's one. There might be 3. Who knows? But you know what's going to be awesome is those 3 people in like 10 years, if there ever does become a following, if it ever does happen, son, and you're just absolutely at the dude, you're at the plate, dude, and you knock it into the sky, people are going to poop themselves, dude. They're literally going to have it running down their legs by the time you're done with them.
It's nothing new. Happens all the time.
I know.
I think the big thing is we're going to play this first couple a little slow, and then I'll really just break everybody's hearts and let them know.
Let them know we're here to play.
We're here to play.
Yeah, dude.
We're here to play.
Yeah, we're here to play. We're not
going to be as big as some of these other like streaming their podcasters.
Oh, 0%, dude.
0%
It's
chance.
as close to 0 as it could be. We're just here to have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're just here to have fun.
We're just here to have fun and not get banned.
I'm so worried. I'm so worried about you, man. Like, I really am. One of these days, you're just going to be like, ah! And it's going to ruin everything, man.
It's just going to catch me one of them moods one day. You're going to be like, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, I got a lot I got to say.
Yeah, I know. That is another thing. That's another reason why we're doing this, is because I feel like both of us need a release. And I think
work We're going to leave that alone.
Yeah, we're going to leave that right where it's at. We're going to...
It has died right here, right now.
Yeah, this is the last time we'll be referencing that, other than just, man, work sucked.
That's
about as far as it goes. We're not going into detail about what we do. We are separating fun us from professional us.
Where'd you find the professional me at?
I haven't. I mean, I hope you're professional in your profession.
I have to be.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
What's up?
Tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, man. So anyway, dude, we should have started with that, man.
We should have, but you know what? We're just here to converse.
We are here. Anyway, I'm Logan. It's nice to meet you guys. Father of 2, work like a dog, hanging out. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. Really into podcasts. That's why I'm here. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I think last year on Spotify, I had, I don't even know, I'm probably going to be wrong, but 77,000 minutes listened or something, which is a lot. And not as much as it was the year before that. I want to say the year before that it was 100,000 minutes. Now I think that does include music, but I know that the majority of what I listen to is podcasts, because I don't listen to music a lot. The only time I ever listen to music is while I was at the gym, and that maybe was 20 to 30 minutes a day on average while I was in the gym for 4 days a week. But anyway, so that's why I'm here. I'm here because I just want to have some fun, and a podcast is something I've always wanted to do. I like to hunt, like to fish. I love sports. I will be starting a little something for like just recording some videos and maybe dropping some opinions that I know nothing about on sports. I know LeBron just got 40,000 points, I think, last night, which is wild. I want to talk about that a little bit eventually, but anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, love football, love basketball. I'm not talking baseball. Nobody wants to talk about that. It's the national pastime for a reason. It's
literally my favorite sport, but it's okay.
It's the national pastime for a reason, because there is nothing entertaining about that, so people just turn it on to pass the time. That's why it's called that. There's nothing on in the summer, and that's why people watch it. And we're going to get into this argument next episode. Anyway, tell us a little bit about yourself there, Captain.
I'm Joseph. I have 3 kids.
Goes by Joe.
I go by whatever they call me.
There you
go. 3 kids basically. I've raised 2 of them my whole life, and then we have our infant.
Yep.
Work. Really, like, we hunt and fish together all the time. Coach baseball on the side.
Yeah, you coach
Little League.
Yeah, Little League. That's right.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to have that argument.
Yeah, I don't know. We are going to have that argument next episode. We're going to talk about why baseball is a superior or is an inferior sport.
Superior sport. Yeah,
it's an inferior sport.
Don't worry, guys. Go edit that part out.
I will, actually. I'll clip it out. There's no shame in my game.
Other than that, I'm podcasting just as a release.
Yeah.
And just get away from work, step away from home, come and kick it with my buddy for an hour or so.
Yeah.
A couple days a week.
Yeah. Well, I think that in what we both do, which are different things.
A lot different.
Very different. Yeah, very different.
We're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, but they are both incredibly stressful jobs. And like we said, we're going to be vague. There's no reason to talk about what we both do.
No.
But incredibly stressful jobs to where sometimes you can see very hard things to deal with on a day-to-day level. And then not only that, we're people. We're trying to balance work and being a father and being a husband, even though you're not actually.
You say you can call me anything you want, but don't call me that.
You listen. You'll be soon enough. I'm waiting on you. We're all waiting on you. You got a baby with him? Might as well be. And
we're gonna hold off on this conversation until next episode.
Okay, but either way, I do think that that we're all people, and no matter how tough the person, no matter how hard you are as a person, and how you go about yourself trying to deal with certain things, you have to have some way to release. Whether that is if you have a hard time at work or if you have a hard time at home, usually you look for a release at work. If you have a hard time at work, you usually look for a release at home. And sometimes you have both. And I think that this, for both of us, will be a good thing, even if there isn't anything really going on at work or at home.
I agree. It's the whole reason we're doing this. This is more or less just for us to get away and really just converse with each other.
And eventually start having a good time.
In the most intellectual way that we can.
Possibly.
And just have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited, man. There's a lot of stuff to figure out. We're getting some actual data here that I'm going to get to mess with. So, like, right now we're at 25 minutes. We get another 20 minutes out of this, dog. Goated. I will have so much time to actually go through, pick out some good spots. I have a lot to do, man. I have a lot to figure out. And once you get you a new laptop, then we'll be really cooking.
Yeah, mine, I turned it on yesterday and kind of was just going through it because it hasn't been on since I graduated.
Yeah.
And, man, it's slow.
Is it? Well, that's why I got this one, man. It's got the M1 chip in it, dude.
It's eat up with
quick, dude. It is eat up with it, son. It's absolutely scooting, son. I'm talking Modocking, bro.
I'm talking Mach 9.
It's
no
going.
Such, but it's going.
It's going, dude. It works pretty good. But that's why I bought that one. Yeah, don't do that.
That's what you done. That's
it's
just
mine.
Following your lead, man.
Yeah. Please don't. Anyway, yeah. It'll be a lot of work, man. This is going to be a lot of work. At first, I'm just going to kind of figure everything out, and then once you get a computer, I'll teach you everything I know.
Yeah, he's got to teach the old folk.
Yeah, I'll have to teach the old folk. I'm not sure that I will know much by the time you get a computer. I'm hoping I do. I'm hoping I know a lot. But man, it's editing's. There's some depth to it a little bit.
Never messed with it.
I haven't either, man. But it's really just not. It's what's really surprising to me is there's not as many videos that are good quality videos that are actually going in and showing you how to do a lot of things are just showing you the same things. A lot of different videos. Like I'm saying, if you're looking up videos on how to do certain things, they all just kind of show you the same thing. And I'm looking for more like in-depth footage or video content. That way I can try to
clips and
cut
stuff.
and clip and add clips. That's one thing that I'm having a problem with. There's a bunch of videos on how to do it on your phone, like a ton.
The problem is we're not recording on a phone.
We're not recording on a phone. We're recording on a Canon camera and
Is a Canon.
Samsung mics and using Audio Technica headphones. Son, we're getting her done. We're fucking eat up with it, dude.
We are eat up with it.
We're eat up with it, son.
I don't know who's eat up with it, but looks like you might be eat up with it.
Yeah, well, we got a lot to do. That's all I know. I'm gonna try my best to figure some stuff out. I'm just hoping that the plan comes together, really. But we got a lot to do. But I think the hardest thing for us, and by us I mean you, is getting in this room. Because if we're in the room, the magic will happen. And if we figure out how to do the clips and stuff...
once we figure that out, it's on.
It's game time.
It's on.
It's game time.
We're gonna go wild. We're gonna have a great time. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, we'll have clips and we'll be able to watch people do stupid things like jump off of, lake, like jump off of a cliff into a lake and just absolutely belly flop. And
yeah, it's nothing I'm ever gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't get in high places, and I'm not really worried about being that high up. It's the ground. It scares the life out of me.
Do you not seriously like you wouldn't do
like
a rope jump or anything?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, no.
So whenever that rope that we saw at the lake today, you wouldn't do that?
Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
There is this thing called gravity.
Yep.
It wants me to stay on the ground.
Uh-huh.
I take the hint very seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It works 24/7, 365. They never turn it off.
But it's leap year. There's 366.
No, there's typically 365 and a quarter. So this year's 364 and a quarter. That's why every 4 years you get a 365th day. Yes, there is. Look
it's
it up.
360. No, it is 365 and a quarter.
No, it's 364 and a quarter.
You're lying.
No.
You're lying. You're absolutely lying. Hold on.
You can't Google nothing.
I can't. My Wi-Fi is out, dude. Why is my Wi-Fi out? It's
huge
been out
shout out.
Oh, don't be. I have to bleep that now. Shout out to our internet provider.
I'll call them out by name, man. They don't like me anyways.
I would appreciate it if you don't do that. Thank you. Well, shout out to our internet provider for sucking all the time. Every time. And just turning off randomly. Don't know why it went down, but it went down. It's the most annoying thing. Yeah,
I'm just going to tip it off, guys. We are from Eastern Kentucky, and our internet service provider is garbage.
It is garbage.
It's very much garbage. If anybody sees this,
if there's a single person that lives in Eastern Kentucky, they're going to be like, they do so. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they 100% know. We don't even have to say the name.
Yeah.
I don't care to blast them because they know me.
Blast them, Joe.
They know me personally. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they do know you personally from all them personal phone calls you've been making.
Well, hey, man, I work hard for my money.
Yeah.
I want to make sure the stuff I pay for works as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
it does now. Great. 500 gig.
My internet isn't working.
Or 500 meg, like clockwork.
You have 500 meg?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Same person or same
provider.
Really?
Yeah, it was the 50 meg that they upgraded to 500.
Mm-hmm.
My download speeds, like on a speed test or something, is typically around 480.
That's insane, bro.
My upload stays around 22.
The most I ever had was 300.
Is that when you was JC or here?
JC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When I was in JC, it was 300, and it was really good.
It must be nice.
Yeah, it was scooting.
Flies. Oh, I remember you downloaded an entire game one day in like
an hour.
Yeah, it was. like 40 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of those games, if it wasn't like a Call of Duty or something where it was like 260 megs or 260 gigs or something, I'm telling you, dude, if it was like I would average usually like a gig a minute.
It's pretty wicked.
Or more, on a download, which is pretty good. I mean, it says 300 megs per second, but it's not.
Right.
It doesn't download that fast.
No.
But then again, maybe these providers suck. I don't know. Maybe it's just not how it's supposed to be. But anyway.
It is what it is.
How did we even get here, dude?
I don't know.
My Wi-Fi's out because I was going to look up that there's 365 and a quarter days in a year because there's most definitely 365 and a quarter days.
364 and 1/4.
Okay. I bet I know something about the leap year that you don't.
There's an extra day?
No.
What?
I said that you don't know.
Every 4 years?
No, something you don't know.
It jumped over another year. That's why they call it a leap year.
No. Am I allowed to tell you what I know that you don't know?
Come on.
Okay. So, what is, and I heard this on a podcast. Just so
here we go.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, do you know what our calendar is called? What is the actual name of the calendar that we all use?
I have no clue.
It's called the Gregorian calendar. It's named after Pope Gregory from like the 1500s or something. 1570s maybe. 1560s. 1580s. I don't know. 1500s. Late 1500s. They needed to... Pope Gregory asked his whoever's to devise a calendar that would be accurate. So, what the Jesuit priests did, as I understand it, if I'm not getting it right or getting it wrong, they made this calendar, and they found out that the math wasn't exactly right with the leap year, because it leaves you a quarter of a day at the end of each year, right? And to correct it, you have to mess everything up. So, to correct that, what they did is they added the leap day, right? So that's where your leap day comes from. But there's a problem. It's still off by a small margin. So,
slow or fast?
I'm not sure. I can't do the math. But either way,
so is today tomorrow and tomorrow was the next day, or was today yesterday?
Don't confuse me.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm trying to get somewhere here, and you'll actually be impressed whenever you hear this. But anyway, so
we'll see about that.
If you just have 365 days in a year, or maybe 364, whatever it is, we'll agree to disagree. So if you just have that,
I still got
it's
to work.
off by 4 years, correct? So now, when you put that leap day in, and the leap day comes in, the calendar is now off by an even smaller amount. A lot smaller amount. So, the way to fix the calendar after you add the leap day is every 100 years, you have to take the leap day out of the calendar. So, in the year 2100, there will be no leap day. Because what is the year right now? 2024.
Yep.
So, that means 4 will go into the next 100, right? Because 100 is divisible by 4. So in 2100, there will be no leap year. So when you take that day out, it gives you a stable calendar for thousands of years.
Somebody had way too much time on their hands.
Jesuit priests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he could have been doing something much better.
Yeah. So when you have the leap day, so if you didn't have the leap day, it's off. When you put the leap day in every 4 years, it's off by an even smaller amount. So every 100 years,
you have to take the leap
leap day out. So in 2000,
so technically it would be a little fast then. The calendar would be, because you have to drop a day at 100 years, every 100 years, or you're a day over.
I guess. But if I'm not mistaken, I think this.
So today is tomorrow.
I think I just remembered this. I want to say that even with that 100 years, I think every 1,000 years you leave the leap day in. So people in 2000 didn't even know that it was a special year because they still had a leap day. Everybody had a leap day. It's just another year.
But really, they just reset the calendar.
But really, it's because they reset the calendar. I want to say that is the point too. Man, I'm sweating in here. It's hot.
It's fine.
Well, I run hot. I'm on fire.
Did you eat up with it?
I'm eat up with it. Bad.
You are.
I am eat up with it. But dude, this is gonna be fun, man. I'm excited.
This is gonna be great.
You already let me ramble once, and I'm happy about it.
It's fine. I've sat and listened to you ramble. Honestly, all I know so far is that our calendar isn't telling the truth all the time. So,
lying to you.
If they tell me I have to work tomorrow, and be like, well, what if I'm off the day after that? And today is tomorrow.
Oh God, you're getting into a mess.
Yeah, probably get fired. It'd be all right. Anyways.
So, well, I'm glad we're doing this together, man. I think you're a really funny guy. You're a loose guy. You don't let things, you know when to not let things fester. You do have a little bit of an anger problem.
That's nothing new, though.
Over
I've
some
had that
things.
since I was
but
born.
You're hot in the moment. After you have time, you calm down. So I am really glad that we're doing this. You're one of, if not my best friend. I think this is going to be really, really, really fun. We just got to figure it out, man.
Why don't you give them the rundown of the first time you ever met me, then? Since I'm one of, if not your best friend.
Oh well, I hated you at first. Yeah. I hated you to death. I thought you were a prick, which you are. But now I love you. You know?
He didn't like me because I was truthful.
No, that's not it at all. I thought you were an asshole. That's what it was.
Yeah, then you realize that, he's kind of funny.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
He's just that way to everybody.
Dude, you had us falling off of the boat today. We could not breathe. Me and Cam were absolutely folded up front.
Don't worry, nobody drowned.
Nobody drowned, not this time.
Nobody actually truly fell in the water, but
yeah,
it was a
good day today.
And we had a good day.
Good day today, man.
And it started out hot.
Aaron caught that hog.
Dude, 2.7 right off the rip.
Yeah, hey, everybody's listening's like, 2.7. Hey, man.
For this lake, 2.7 is a
For this
tank.
lake, 2.7, we're doing all right. Now, they have some, they got some real good fish in there. They're just hard to catch.
It's a hard lake.
It's a hard lake. They're just hard to catch, man. There's not. It's got a lot of pressure for how small it is.
It's tournament fished every
weekend, twice a weekend. Sometimes during the weekdays. Like today, whenever we were putting in, there was a 12-boat tournament. Yeah. And now, if there's anybody listening, and you'd like to fish or whatever, and you know that we have 30-boat tournaments, 40-boat tournaments, like our lake, man. How far does it go in each direction?
I wish I had a true acreage of how big this lake is. I would say it goes.
I wouldn't even be able to take a guess.
I would imagine running back towards the dam.
Yep.
Maybe a mile. Max. Like pushing.
No. From
end to end.
Not a mile. It's longer than that.
From the marina to the dam, it's probably.
I don't know. You might be right.
From the marina to the dam, I'm saying. And half a mile, because you're running a straight line on flat water, and there's only two little curves, and after that it's a straight line, and I guarantee you that straight line from point A to point B. Let me see if I can't pull this up.
No, we don't have time for that. But either way, it is a small lake and it's fished a lot, so
it's fished
for us
daily, every day.
A lot of boats. Like, there's probably not many banks on that don't get a boat across it every day.
I agree.
Yeah, there's probably not many banks on that entire lake.
Which it's down right now, too, so there is a good portion of the lake that we couldn't access.
And it's also not busy right now.
No.
But
water
Aaron
was
caught
kind of trashy.
Aaron caught a 2.5 pounder off rip. I caught a 2. You caught probably a couple of 1s, 4 1s probably.
Probably.
Well, maybe 1.5.
Yeah.
And then Cam pitched in with a couple of 1s. So we did okay.
I don't even know if his was 1s. I'm not trying to call him out, but they were just absolute dinks.
They were a little bit of dink and dunking going on.
But you know what? Hey,
Hey, we
We
had
were
fun.
a complete quantity over quality kind of day today.
Yeah, we had fun. We sat for a while. We talked.
The sun come out. We got up
Sun
to 70s.
come out. We got comfy.
It was so nice.
It's so nice.
Such
Boat
a
ran
nice
good.
day.
I'm surprised. I got to do a
Boat
little bit
did
more
run
work.
good.
Gotta get that. Gotta get my fuel pump looked at, man.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I think it's a
can rebuild
line.
it.
And I think it's a line. I think you got a fuel line that's got a little pinhole in it or something.
It's acting
Something
kind of
getting a
like
little
it's
air
sucking
in it.
air. Yeah. Either way, man, this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be a blast.
Just sitting around talking, bro. I just want to say that I am glad that we're doing this again for the 7th time. This podcast, I want to say that I am glad we're doing this. I've always wanted to do this. I think this is gonna be fun. We got a lot of work to do.
Oh, and that's that's nothing new. We work all the time. We got a lot of work to do all the time. Why not at least enjoy a little bit of it?
Yeah. Hopefully after this, I can play around. I'm going to duplicate this and play around and see if I can't. First thing I'm gonna post it up, get it online. After I get done editing, I gotta edit the audio, I gotta edit the video and the audio. But it should be good. We should have fun, man. Gotta start getting some clips and get a little bit of a backlog. We're gonna get a little bit of a backlog going.
As much of the Facebook reels and things that I watch, we'll have clips in no time.
I'm sure. Unfortunately, at my job, I can't have my phone.
Oh, don't worry,
You gonna fill that role, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna fill that role.
Yep, I think it's.
And that sounded like when you were kids, just eat up there.
Oh God, I'm sure. I can't
straight
wait to
right
walk
into
out
a
there.
wall.
Them little crackheads are gonna be going crazy. I'm surprised we've been able to stay in here without them in here.
That's because we wedged the door shut, man.
Yeah, well, and that, I put them in their cages.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Man, they can do that.
yeah.
It's as a human, you can do that now.
Can
Pretty
you?
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they done it in Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the border.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I heard.
Well, we're gonna have to cut that out, right?
No.
Hey, well, we're
that
gonna
was
have
all
to.
over Fox News.
Hey, we're gonna have to cut that out, right? Right, Joe? Like, we're gonna have to bleep that at the very least.
No.
Yeah. No. I just don't think we can. I don't think we can put that online.
Yeah, we can.
Man,
we're talking. This
gonna be
is a political.
Dude, this podcast is gonna have 4 different names because we're gonna keep getting banned on everything and have to switch the name.
If it ever gets banned, it's going to be Eat Up With It, and then Eat Up With It Real Bad will be the second one.
Yeah.
And then if we have to have a third one, and we probably just won't do it no more.
Nah, we'll be all right. We'll do it. But yeah,
we need to switch platforms.
Yeah, what minute was that at? Because I'm definitely gonna 43-ish
Oh,
minutes.
you'd be good. You can just cut the whole last 2 minutes off of it.
I'll
like it
just
never
bleep
happened.
it. I got a bleep thing. I'll just bleep that little portion. That way, if everybody's listening, they're just like, "What did he say? That's so bad."
What did he
Terrible
say?
is what it is. Terrible.
I mean,
Strike one
You can
on
private-
YouTube
you can-
on the first episode.
you can private message like one of our pages, and we'll probably tell you exactly what was said
Yeah.
on any of the bleeps
We're not
because
telling anybody anything.
because it will probably just be like, hey, y'all need to go listen to them. They don't care about anything.
We're not going to tell anybody what you just said.
I will tell everybody. I do not care.
All right. Well, anyway, dude, this has been fun. I'll let you go. I know you got to get home to your baby and
We go home and go
your
to
other
bed.
2 crazy ones.
Somebody wanted to drag me out at 5 o'clock this morning to go fishing.
Well, it was a good time.
It was a great time.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was a great time.
It was
And
I guess it was a joint decision.
It was a joint decision. I wanted to be on the lake by 7, man. And guess what time we got on the lake? 7:15.
Yep.
Killed it.
It's just because we waited for them to take off, though. We could have been on the water at 7.
Yeah,
we just
we
waited
could've
for
been.
that tournament to launch.
Yeah, we waited on that tournament to launch. As soon as they was gone, we launched. It was good.
It's a good time.
But yeah, man. Anyway, eat up with it. Subscribe, follow, watch us on all platforms, listen to us on all the platforms. We're going to be just starting. We have no idea what we're doing,
And we'll figure it out as we
but
go.
we're going to figure it out as we go. The hardest thing for us is getting in this room and then everything else is going to fall into place, man. And like we both know, this is for fun. And we're just looking to have fun. And the more we do it, the better we're going to get at it. And the more we can actually figure out how we're going to do everything.
I'm going to have a hard time remaining docile.
Yeah, I can tell already. And then it was only 2 outbursts. I'm really actually proud of you.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier,
Yeah. And you went there. So
2's better than 3. It's not as good as 1.
it's not as good as none. It's not as good as.
I just had to tell you, I don't think you'll ever hit none. Because
Yeah.
you're going to be like, I'm going to have to edit that out. I'm going to have to edit that out.
I know. I need a book. You know what I'm going to have to do? Like what I'm going to have
You
to do?
should get
No, dude.
a
I could probably
notepad.
just like make a notes tab on here.
I don't know why you just don't put like a Post-it note on here and lay an ink pen here, and you can just be like, oh, minute.
Just every time you say something terrible, just lean up, look at the recording.
Minute 12.
Minute.
30 seconds in.
Yeah. Minute 12. Minute 15.
Let's just cut out the whole first 5 minutes and the last 3.
Yeah.
And we should be okay.
Yeah. We're going to have a good time.
On the bright side, you can really, really edit with this one without having to worry about too awful much.
Yeah, this one's fun.
Yeah.
We're 47 minutes in. It's probably going to be about a 30-minute.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Probably gonna cut
the first 2.5, 3 minutes was us.
Moves microphone.
Just
Yeah.
don't know what's
Trying to
going
figure
on.
it out. And then probably the last 2 minutes of this where we're just talking shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Again, subscribe, follow, smash that notification button. If you're following us on YouTube, hang out for the ride. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time.
If you're following us on YouTube, you all need to pay attention to these walls.
Oh, yeah. Big changes coming in here. We did this on purpose. We got some stuff to go up. It's just gray right now. For anybody just listening, we just got all just gray walls. Just nice charcoal gray-ish, whatever. Some freaks out there that know their colors like crazy or something.
Somebody will make a comment.
I think it's Night's gray or something. Something weird.
Looks gray to me.
It does look gray to me, doesn't it? It looks gray.
Maybe I'm colorblind. I'm not sure.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to add to the walls, and everything's going to fall into place after months. It's going to take months to get us to figure this out and figure out how we want to do and how we want to be.
Dude, it's going to be so much fun for months.
For months, man. It's going to be a good time. Anyway, love you, dude. I'll catch you later.
They did.